What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to try to wrap up a few things on the jet boat and hopefully take it out for its maiden voyage. I got a few little odds and ends to wrap up, and then we're going to hit the lake and see what it does. I'm working on routing these steering cables, the steering and the reverse cable. The factory cables here, they only come to here. So I bought another set, hoping that I could just use these, but the end lengths are different, so they won't work. They won't work on that jet drive. So I'm just gonna hook the two together. Let me show you all what I come up with. This is a little bit of hack engineering genius. What we got here, got this little mounting bracket jobby that I made, and instead of getting the right little collars, I just clamped them together with that. And then we got another little clamp diddly over here, and I'm just going to use zip ties on both sides to pinch it like that so it can't go anywhere. It worked really good on this side. That ain't going nowhere. Sometimes you just got to make do with what you got, and I don't feel like going to the store, and I'm not about to spend any more money on this thing as far as buying cables because they're pretty expensive, and I already had these ones. So sometimes you just do what you got to do. Just like that. Got the double zip tie action there. You can pull on these as hard as you want. They don't go anywhere. So those things are jammed together where they can't come apart. Pretty sure it's gonna work just fine. I got the rest of the cables tied up in a similar fashion, and now I am working on getting these, or getting this one hooked up rather. This is for the steering. So this is gonna ride just like this. This little thing's gonna hold it. I need to put like a bar across the bottom and make like a dash that kind of drops down a little bit. That way I have a place to mount that. I just welded a little piece of angle there, and then I'm gonna fill that center section in with just some sheet metal. And then from the bottom side, I'll have a place to mount my cables. Got the dash all booger welded in there. Now I can mount that on the back side after it cools off a bit. So after messing around with this thing for probably what feels like hours, we got steering. Never mind that cable, that's just for the kill switch. But I don't know if you can see that or not. Got that all hooked up. I just got this guy here, temporary for now, that's reverse. I'll do something better with that later. Trying to just get this thing where I could test run it because I'm not sure how the weight distribution is going to be, and I don't want to I'm pretty committed now with the dash and everything, but I'm really hoping that the seats aren't too far forward. I think there's enough weight in the back to counteract my fat butt and also other people's fat butts. I did the same thing with a throttle cable. It wasn't long enough, so I spliced two together. Drilled a hole in a bolt, put some nuts on it, pinched the wires in there, fastened it to that on that end. Yes, I know it's ghetto as hell, but it will work. And then on this end, it gets even better. I don't know if you can see it, I got another bolt on there wrapped around the throttle body. So, mint. Don't worry about that, it'll be fine. It's all temporary anyway. By temporary, I mean it'll stay that way until it breaks. Anyway, got most of everything ready to go. Everything's welded. The only thing that's not really finished, I gotta put the filler piece in that. I gotta mount the seats. And then after that, I'm gonna do something a little different with the windshield, put a windshield on it, paint it. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff I wanna do, but before I get too carried away, I need to make sure this is gonna work. And also, before I take it out today, I need to check all of the the hoses for the cooling system. When I took all this apart, I didn't pay any attention to how it came apart, and I can't really find a good diagram of like these hoses here. There's like 100 of them. So I need to make sure they're all routed the right way. Otherwise, one, it's gonna leak water in, and two, we could end up overheating, which don't want that. I'm gonna get all that stuff done, and I got a few things I gotta do to the trailer, like one of the tires here. This tire, it don't hold wind anymore, so I need to try to get that bead to seat and a couple other little things, but I'm gonna try to take this thing out for a rip today. So I cut the fenders off, put some new tires on there, just some ones I had around that were too big. And anyway, cut the fenders off, put those on. Took the jack stands out of the back, and I guess this thing's a little bit tail heavy. Oh well, I'll redo the trailer eventually, but not today. We're taking it to the lake.
Coming in.
It leaked a little bit. There's my leak. That's where I joined the transom together with the, or joined the boat to the jet ski. That booger weld's leaking. That booger weld's leaking.
Where's your belt? Do you have a plug?
That's what these tests are for.
Lift and pick it up, work on the bottom. And then there's a couple little pinholes.
So I think these were leaking too, because I think water will flow in them. Because it's supposed to have these little johnnies on there to like raise it up. That's why I threw them in here, as I figured I might need them. So I'm gonna put those on anyway. I'll throw a bilge pump in here too, because it's gonna leak some, but that's like real bad leak.
You can't go out in the water like that.
No, that's too much.
You should bolt your seat down.
I might bolt them down. It sat in the water nice. Like I thought it was gonna like squat.
It was starting to squat.
Well, yeah, after there's a ton of weight in it. It's gonna work.
I like your latch.
That's temporary. I have a real...
Keep it from flying, flopping in
Yeah,
the
it'll
breeze.
fly up on me. I'll get it right eventually.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
800 horsepower.
800.
800. So we didn't make it very far yesterday. Took it out to the lake to try to water test it, and it made it a whole 5 minutes before it started sinking. I didn't have a bilge pump. I didn't have anything. It really wasn't prepared. I was just wanting to see, one, if it floated, and two, like, did I get the plumbing for the cooling system hooked up the right way, which I think I did, but it was hard to tell, so much water was coming in. Rather than sink the boat, we just decided to call it quits for the day, and we're gonna try again next time, probably tomorrow. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you didn't, let me know in the comments what I could do better. But anyway, see you on the next one. Good day.